One of the reasons that I really wanted to connect with you today is, of course, Psychedelic Science in Colorado. I'm really intrigued about the organization and who's behind it. And also, I guess when it began first, because I only know that the one 2 years ago I was there.
Yeah, we've had some sporadic years. So it started in 2010 in San Jose, California. Since then, we've had 2010, 2013, 2017, 2023, and then this one. We'll be in Denver, Colorado at the Colorado Convention Center, right in the heart of downtown. If you've ever seen that big blue bear statue, it's the building right up against the side of it.
Amazing. And the dates would be
the 16th through 20th of June, with our workshop starting that Monday of the week.
So the whole point here is to, again, make noise, right?
Make noise, show connection. The theme of our conference this year is the integration. We feel that the best knowledge is shared at conferences. Like you said earlier, it's just something unique about being around that many people who are enthused about psychedelics. So we're looking to catalyze that energy, bring everybody together, integrate, share best ideas, share best practices, and see what we can do going forward.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Psychedelic Conversations. Today we have Kevin Cranford in the house. Welcome. So good to see you.
How you doing, Susan? Thanks for having me.
So just to give a bit of a context for our listeners, Kevin, you are a communications officer for MAPS, earned your bachelor's and master's degrees from Morgan State University, the premier HBCU in Baltimore. After an early career spent as ESPN and ID Discovery working as a production assistant, Kevin comes to MAPS after a decade in legal services field, traveling the country's courtrooms as a trial presentation consultant. And drug policy has always been your passion. It's very impressive. And maybe before we can dive in, just to sort of go into a little bit of your personal story, what brings you to this work?
Oh man, the drug war. The drug war brings me to this work. I got into drug policy and advocacy through cannabis legislation and cannabis activism. I was arrested at 19 years old. Obama got elected somewhere in 2008, and I was just kind of disillusioned with the whole drug war and seeing how things were persecuted on Black and brown bodies. So I wanted to put my voice out there and became an activist. I was living in Maryland, in Baltimore at the time, and I joined Maryland Normal. I also joined with the National Cannabis Festival and Minority Cannabis Business Association to try to just connect folks through cannabis, connect folks through activism, and try to get as many voices out there to state houses and just change legislation.
Thank you for sharing it. So this is like a, historical situation, right? So, and we find ourselves in this current psychedelic renaissance. Kevin, how do you see it from your perspective, your observation from decades ago to now? What are your observations?
Yeah, I think psychedelics is going a lot faster than cannabis. So, and just kind of comparing the two substances being looking towards legalization, how cannabis took a lot longer. And I think that psychedelics is following the best practices of the cannabis movement and hopefully not following the mistakes they made and trying to get this to progress a little bit faster. So I would say that it's just interesting to watch that, like how fast psychedelics is moving as opposed to cannabis legislation was.
Mm-hmm. Do we know why? Do you have any idea why?
I think it's just best practices. We've kind of seen how to legalize something with cannabis and see how to push the dominoes and see how to work the state houses and the federal legislation. So now that psychedelics is coming a short 5 years, 10 years after, it's easier to kind of pick up the ball and keep it moving.
Makes sense. Yeah, absolutely. We're learning, I guess, putting the practice in.
Yeah, and it's a lot of the same people too in both of these movements and all these movements. So they know what works best and who to talk to and who to move through.
Yeah, that's amazing. Thanks for sharing that. So, in case our listeners are not aware of MAPS, because we have all kinds of listeners from beginners to experts to people who integrated psychedelics to their lives. So, in case they are new, please tell us a little bit about MAPS and what's the mission.
Yeah, MAPS was founded in 1986 by Dr. Rick Doblin. MDMA in America was legal in 1984, and Rick was looking to use it for psychedelic therapy, MDMA for PTSD treatment, depression, everything like that. The US government saw otherwise. The DEA made it illegal in 1984. And from that moment on, Rick had been on like a crusade to try to legalize it, and that in all psychedelics. So since then, we've been working to educate, to inform. We've had conferences. We look to push the culture, push the legislation, and activism around psychedelics.
And there are also, I guess, education, right, programs that can.
Education programs, policy and advocacy programs, and as well as research as well. One of the biggest things that we've done in our past was help to lead the push for MDMA for PTSD studies, which is now held by our sister company, Lycos.
Okay. And it's also one of the longest standing, right?
Yeah, we're close to 40 years. We've been doing it 39 years now. So we've seen a lot of other activism and advocacy organizations come and go, but we're lucky enough to still be here and doing our work.
Yeah, amazing. So one of the reasons that I really wanted to connect with you today is, of course, Psychedelic Science in Colorado. And so I'm really intrigued about the organization and who's behind it. And also, I guess when it began first, because I only know the one 2 years ago I was there.
Yep. Yeah, we've had some sporadic years. So it started in 2010 in San Jose, California. Since then, we've had 2010, 2013, 2017, 2023, and then this one. There we go.
Yeah. And I'm guessing, because when I was 2 years ago, it was such a great gathering also, especially honoring, Dr. Griffin as well.
Yeah.
It was huge and thousands of people were there. And I'm guessing it's going to maybe double, triple this time. What are your feelings?
Conservative numbers looking at somewhere around 6,000, but we're still feeling good about the attendance. It's still going to be the biggest psychedelic conference in the country, likely the world. Yeah, so it's still going to be a big one.
Yeah. So now maybe we can go a little bit into it. And if it's okay with you, we can share some of the highlights of the conference and
Yeah.
maybe like the exact location as well for our listeners.
We'll be in Denver, Colorado at the Colorado Convention Center, right in the heart of downtown. If you ever seen that big blue bear statue, it's the building right up against the side of it.
Amazing. And the dates would be the
16th through 20th of June, with our workshop starting that Monday of the week.
So the whole point here is to, again, make noise, right? Continue the movement and make some noise.
Make noise, show connection. The theme of our conference this year is the integration. So we've had a tough couple of years in the psychedelics world with the FDA not accepting our new drug application for MDMA for PTSD studies. But even still, we're enthused. We're happy to be together. We feel that the best knowledge is shared at conferences. Like you said earlier, it's just something unique about being around that many people who are enthused about psychedelics. So we're looking to catalyze that energy, bring everybody together, integrate, share best ideas, share best practices, and see what we can do going forward.
Yeah. And who is it for? Can anyone benefit from being there and attending?
Everybody, psychonauts, people well-versed in the industry who have been around for decades, and people who are newcomers just figuring stuff out, want to learn more. This is a place for everybody. And what I like most about this conference is it's open. People are really looking to share their knowledge and looking to gain knowledge. So it's open to ask questions, open to just share your knowledge. So it's a really unique place.
Yeah, for sure. Yes, it was really amazing the last time. And then also like just seeing sort of Paul Stamets and just, these big giants just walking around, looking at the gallery, and it's just amazing.
They're everyday people. Paul Stamets is going to be there again this year. Robin Carhart Harris was a big time researcher in the field. Bessel van der Kolk, who wrote the book, The Body Keeps the Score. They're just putzing around the arena, having a good time like everybody else, looking to listen to talk. So it's a really cool place to bump molecules with these people.
I love that. So I was there with my camera team the last time because we do this media partnering with we are thrilled and excited. So we were there last time, and I think the media room's a bit too full and noisy. So we decided to go to a corridor, like somewhere really quiet where there was nice chairs and just cool, quiet space. And then we had this entourage of people coming over in the middle of the interview, and one of my team members, she got up to say, "Can you go away? Because there's a recording going on here." She just literally just kindly asked, "Can you move to the other side?" And then it happens to be Stan Groff and his entourage. And we were just laughing. She just, "Oh my God, I just told Stan Groff to just go to another place." It was so funny.
Those are the moments you're probably going to have here. And I'm sure that Stan was very accommodating and quietly moved over or whatever.
They were nice. Yeah, they were really lovely.
Everybody's really cool, really chill. Nobody has their ego on. Everybody's kind of just open to receive. So it's a really cool place.
Yeah, it was incredible. Okay, so the theme, you said it will be integration. So there'll be some workshops, I'm guessing, around this.
Yep, we're going to have a couple workshops on integration, but also just trying to bring communities together. A couple of the workshops titled Collective Liberation, Peace Building, and Sacred Activism. Another one is centered around the Zendo Project and their harm reduction efforts. And another one is the history of MDMA for PTSD. We're kind of going into the archives and some of these researchers who've been working with these substances for the last 20 years, telling everybody how it works and what to do.
Amazing. I think one last question I get often asked is, do you have to attend the whole week? Can there be just sort of individual days that they can?
No, you can fall in as you want. We'll be releasing single day tickets sometime in June. So if there's somebody you really want to see and you can only make it for one day, you'll be able to do that.
Okay, great. And will you be there?
Yes, of course.
To meet some of our audiences. Amazing.
Yes.
Okay, great. So I think this is all I have for the conference. If there's anything you'd like to share with our listeners, that would be amazing.
So outside of the conference, we have a whole list of things for just fun. There's actually a conference fun page. There'll be concerts, there'll be events, there'll be shows, comedy shows outside of the conference. So you'll have something to do during the day and also enjoy the nightlife in Denver as well.
Amazing. Thank you, Kevin. Well, we're looking forward to for sure with my team. And before we leave our listeners, maybe we can just give them the website in case they are listening to us on audio.
Check us out at psychedelic-science.org, and as well, you can check out maps.org, maps.org.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Kevin. Very much looking forward to it. Thank you for being with us.
I can't wait to see you in Denver.
All the best. Bye for now. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Hope you guys enjoyed this little snippet from the upcoming Psychedelic Science Conference. Please do share your comments, ask questions, and we'll have all the links and how to get your tickets and all the information in the show notes. I'll see you there.